How's it going, Jeff? Well, this is those are the pulleys that you sent me. And what I did is I went inside and just barely took the teeth off to where it was just flat, and just knocked all the teeth out. And if you can see right there, what the string does is there's a hole that goes all the way through into where the screw goes on the other side, and then from there, right on this little edge on each side, there's another hole that goes right at an angle in on to the very inside lip, and then another hole on the other side, and I run the string all the way through, come back around, and pull the string out one side and pull the string out the other side, just on the inside lip on each side of those. And then it was 5 winds counterclockwise on the back side and 5 winds clockwise, so that they both end up going up, and they have room to sit in the center and they don't run into each other. But anyhow, if you look up Delta Pi on YouTube, there's a video of the guy. This is the 80-pound fire line, braided fishing line is all it is. It's super strong. It's almost kind of got a waxy feel to it, and it can move a lot without getting a lot of damage to the string or anything. And then on the top, I just machined up rings for the string, and it's got a little groove all the way around that sits right on the skateboard wheels. Anyhow, as far as the steps per inch go, it starts out with 40. If you get the it's 45, 45, 45.5 for the X, Y, and Z. And basically what I did is I just made a 1 inch by 1 inch by 1/4 inch square model, and I just printed it and then came up with those numbers right from 40, and just kept going, doing my steps an inch until I could, with my calipers, measuring it, and found that ended up being the right size. I think this is 25 millimeters across, I believe, whenever you eat the teeth off of there nice and flat. But yeah, that's the... I'll scroll through this. Let me get to the top here, and you can kind of see. I'll go real slow so you can kind of see everything. That's the configuration H file. I still haven't figured out why that relay keeps jumping around, turning on and off. I just don't understand why it's doing that. I took this same file and uploaded it into the Delta Pi, and it doesn't do it. It turns it on and turns it off. So I'm wondering if it's something have to do with the Mega 2560, because the new I got the new setup, and it's the AT Mega 2560, and I think there's something different with them, because I can't get the end stops to work on the AT Mega. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. Go back down here. Kind of see. Hopefully you can see this. We go through the whole thing, and if you have to stop it, you can stop the video and look at whatever. And that's the end of it. So I'll go back up just to make sure we got everything. You can see all the check marks and see what the numbers are. And what I've got set up on mine. So you're going to try to make one? It should be fun. The Delta Pi seemed to be easier to make. It's just a lot more little bearings instead of having the 8mm rod. And that's the whole thing again. Yeah, so it's just braided fishing line. And then they have that steps per inch deal. I figured I'd start with the 40 that comes in the configuration H file, because that's what he was using, and he was using belts. So I just kept messing with it until I got 45.5 steps per inch, and it's dead nuts on. I mean, if you say do an inch print square, I mean, but I did those blocks, the 0.5, I literally moved my way up from 40 up to 45.5 to get it right, and it just seemed to work out. So I think if you started with the 40, you could pretty much make, if you start with those same, gear wheels that you sent me, you should be able to get it to work. Even if you had something that was machined, if it was right around that 25mm, it should be just about right. I believe it's 25. So just machine off all the little teeth until they're just perfectly flat, and then measure it. It should be right around there somewhere. And I think if it's a little bigger, then your steps would go down. Or if it was a little smaller, your steps would go up. So you just have to mess with it. And anyhow, I will talk to you later. Email me if you have any issues, or give me a call, or email me, or whatever. Alright.